YouTube can completely take over and destroy your life, but it can also be one of the best things that's ever happened to you. And how much success you get completely depends on how much time and effort you're willing to put into it. So whether you've been making videos for a while or if you're just getting started, get ready because this is the journey of a YouTuber. When you start making videos, you start off by trying to copy all of the biggest creators on the platform. And this is a big mistake. And I have fell into this trap myself, spending hours researching all the best and most successful videos on the platform to then try and replicate that so I can get thousands of views and become YouTube famous and get offered brand deals to travel the world. But only to find out that I spent hours making videos just for them to flop. And then I get completely sad and disillusioned and cannot be bothered to continue with it. Well, I've been on YouTube for over 2 years, and in that time, I've made almost 200 videos, gained almost 500,000 views, and I've managed to do all that whilst having a wife and 2 children, and up until recently, a full-time job. And don't get me wrong, I've made a hell of a lot of mistakes along the way. Some of it has been downright embarrassing, but there's so many things that I've learned. And at the time of making this video, tomorrow I turn 38 years old. So if you're in your 30s and you're under 1,000 subscribers, there's some things I want to tell you that I've learned that I'm hoping that you can gain from this, and so you don't make the same mistakes that I have. And this whole video is sort of a diary to myself and a diary to anybody that's 2, 3 or 5 years behind me that just wants to grow on YouTube and get better. So most aspiring YouTubers start in exactly the same way. You begin by watching all of your favorite creators online and being obsessed with the YouTube platform. You will watch YouTube video after YouTube video, and you consume hours and hours of content from all of your favorite creators that have been on the platform for a number of years. And these people are getting paid thousands and thousands of dollars, getting sent all of this free and amazing camera gear from all of the best companies, and they're being flown around the world on brand trips. And then you start to think, well, I want to do that too. Why can't I do that? I would have earned hundreds of thousands of dollars by being flown around the world and working on my own time. Why the hell am I going into the office and doing a day job like everyone else that I don't enjoy? So then you start diving into the world of making videos. But to begin with, you don't know what you're doing. So now that you've entered the world of making videos, first of all, you start with the research. You start by learning about how to make videos, how to do editing, how to have a good setup so that you can have a good office space to work out of, so that it builds up all those positive vibes and makes you feel like you're a CEO of your own life. That is what you want to do to begin with. Or maybe you just don't care and you just start operating off of your laptop. Either way, you need to do some sort of research, because you cannot just get a camera and start filming, because that's just not going to work. Most people will start by doing some level of research into it. Now that you've done the research, now that you know what the best film gear is to buy, maybe you've got a little bit of money to invest, maybe you haven't, and you can just get started filming with your phone, or maybe you've got a small budget and you want to invest in a small pocket camera like this. And then that is what you're going to use to start filming your videos. Now that you've got all the basic gear, you start filming those videos and you get really excited. You get absolutely buzzing that you are making these videos. You film something, you edit it and upload it, and then you wait for the views to come in. But they never come, do they? The views just never come. And then you just end up sitting there sad and depressed because all of your views just plummet into the ground. You might get 10 or even 100 views if you're lucky on your first video, and then you're just sad and miserable. So this is the most important part. It starts with why. Why do you want to become a YouTuber in the first place? Why do you want to make videos? Why do you want this to be a full-time career for you? Is it just because you want to be like everyone else and you're jealous of the big creators that are traveling the world and earning all this money and living off their own terms? If that's the case, then you're not going to be successful. You're going to end up flopping and giving up very, very quickly. You need to have an ultimate goal and a vision and a dream why you want to do it. And this might sound like very basic stuff, but trust me, it's things you need to know. Because once you have a reason why, once you have a fundamental reason why you want to become a creator, this comes into play when you start getting those down moments, when you start getting those videos that you spend hours putting effort into and they just collapse into the ground and don't go anywhere. Because when you remember the reason why you're doing it, it keeps you pushing along. So remember the reason why you want to do it, print it off and stick it on the wall in front of you. so that you know exactly why you're still doing this. The next step is to pick a lane. And by this, I mean to pick someone who you're aiming all your videos at. You need to have an ideal target audience. You cannot just make videos on everything, because if you start a vlog channel, yes, it might blow up and you might do well, but ultimately it's probably going to be a very difficult thing to break into, because newsflash, nobody cares about you and your journey until you become successful. No one's going to care about you going to get a coffee in the morning and then going into the office and then picking up your kids from daycare, and that's your day vlog. No one's going to care about that. People care about what you can do for them. Every video you make needs to be useful to someone. It needs to help someone in some way, even if you put your own creative spin on it. So the way you do this is by getting a pen and paper, and you can do it along with this video. Get a pen and paper, get a notebook, whatever, and write down your ideal client avatar, your ideal audience member that you're aiming your videos at. Give them a name. Tell me who they are. Tell me how old they are. Tell me what they do for a living. Tell me what country they live in. Tell me whether they have a family or not. Tell me what their hobbies are and what their struggles are, what their pain points are, things that they want to know, because those are going to be the things that you make videos about. Those are going to be the things that you help them with. For me, I make videos that are going to help people that are 5 years behind where I was. If I was starting out today as a YouTuber in my mid-30s with no knowledge whatsoever, that is who I am making videos for. People that are a bit of a tech nerd like me, people that love gadgets and gear and camera gear and filmmaking gear and home studio equipment and all of the latest and greatest filmmaking stuff that you need in order to make YouTube videos, but also people that are in their 30s that maybe have kids that want to grow a YouTube channel with a busy life. That is who I make videos for. And if that's you, then please consider subscribing to the channel, because according to my analytics, about 90% there or thereabouts of people that watch these videos are not subscribed. So if that's you, please subscribe to the channel. So the bottom line is, every video you make needs to be useful to someone in your target audience. If it's not, you'll notice that it doesn't go anywhere with views. Next, you need to be clear with your branding. Make sure that your channel banner, all of your videos, everything is optimized so that if somebody clicks on your channel and they go to your homepage, they know exactly what it is you do and who you help. Because if you just have everything everywhere and your branding doesn't say anything, unless you're a big YouTuber, people aren't going to know who you are or what you do. You need to make it clear from the beginning, and that will help with your channel growth in the early stages. And the final part of the beginning section is just to get started. Film your first 10 videos and get them uploaded, because the YouTube algorithm doesn't know who you are. It doesn't know what your branding is about. It doesn't know what your video is about, and it doesn't know anything about you or your channel. So by uploading those first 10 videos, the algorithm is going to test them with new audiences so it can find your ideal audience. And then by the time those first 10 videos have been out for a little while, any new video you make, the algorithm is going to have a rough idea of who it is you help and what you do, so that it can push your videos out to the right people. So stop trying to be perfect, because newsflash, you're never ever going to be perfect. I've been on YouTube for well over 2 years, uploaded nearly 200 videos, and I am far from perfect. I make videos today that flop, and I just have to learn from it and try and figure out what I did wrong and not make that same mistake again. And you will always be learning. So don't ever try to be perfect. Just film a video and get it uploaded. So now let's assume you've designed your ideal audience member who all your videos are aimed at. You've optimized your channel branding so it's exactly optimized for the people that are going to come to your channel and watch your videos, and you've uploaded your first 10 videos. Now that takes you on to part 2, which is the journey. Now this is by far the most difficult part of being a YouTuber, the first 1,000 subscribers, because you are going to go through a lot of ups and a lot of downs and a lot of stages where you just want to give up and think this isn't worth it. And that is what you've got to do. Just embrace the ups and downs. Celebrate every single little win that you get. Every video that does well or does above your channel's average, every video that collapses, just embrace it and just think, do you know what? It's part of the journey. Everyone's gone through this. Just embrace all the ups and all of the downs. Don't ever give up. And those are literally my key pieces of advice for this section. If you are between 0 and 1,000 subscribers and you've already started making videos, just embrace all of the ups and all of the downs. Celebrate every single win you get, whether it's big or small. Focus on quality and edit your videos for the first 2 minutes so that your audience has retention for the first 2 minutes, and then it can sort of ease off as the video goes on. And just try to keep making better videos as you develop and improve something every single time. And whatever you do, just do not give up. Though that route to 1,000 subscribers is literally like your rite of passage to being a YouTuber. It's hard, it's difficult, it may be quick for you and you might do it within a few videos. It might take you 100 videos. It doesn't matter, everybody's journey is different, but it's all part of the journey, so keep going. And that takes us on to part 3, which is the mindset of a YouTuber. You need to now identify as a YouTuber. It doesn't matter whether you've just hit 1,000 subscribers or whether you've just hit 10,000 subscribers. You need to act like you have 100,000 subscribers and that silver play button on your wall from day one. You need to invest in good quality equipment. You need to build a good quality set behind you. You need to try to make great quality videos without being perfect. Just try to make them as good as you possibly can and improve something every time. And you need to treat yourself like you are a business owner and a CEO of your own YouTube channel straight away. Because if you just start treating it like a hobby, that's great, because then you're removed from the outcome and you're not stressing about it or worrying about it. That is great, but at the same time, you're not taking it seriously if it's just a hobby and something you do on the side. If you treat it like an actual business, something you want to grow and develop, then you will be more serious with it and you will build it up as you go, and it will only get better and better and better. Now, if this sounds like I'm talking to you and this has helped you in any way, then please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to join my completely free community for content creators who are trying to grow on YouTube in their mid-30s, maybe with a family and a busy life and a job and all that sort of thing. If that's you, join the free community for content creators below. We can all help each other to develop and to grow and to be successful. And the final part is the success of being a YouTuber. Now, what does success even mean? Because success for everyone is something different. People have even said in my comments, how on earth can you help other YouTubers when you don't have 100,000 subscribers? And the answer is very simple. I'm not trying to position myself as somebody who's got 100,000 subscribers and I'm the big guru that knows everything about YouTube. Because the honest answer is nobody knows anything about YouTube. People are just trying to develop and get better and then share their knowledge and experience with people that are behind them. Because most of the time, the ideal person you're trying to help is yourself 5 years ago. So that's all I'm trying to do, help myself 5 years ago. If that's you, if you are 30 years old and you've maybe got a newborn baby or a couple of kids and you've got a job and you want to build this life of being a YouTuber, just start now, because I wish I would have started at 30. I didn't start till I was in my mid-30s. But everybody's version of success is different. For you, that might just be getting to 10,000 subscribers and making $1,000 a month from ad revenue so that you have a bonus income that can pay for your holidays and things like that. Maybe that's what your version of success is. And what's my ultimate version of success and my goals for the next year and beyond? Well, ultimately, I would love to make this a completely full-time 6-figure career and get that 100,000 subscriber milestone and get that silver play button and be invited on brand trips by the likes of Sony and DJI and go to all these amazing events all over the world. That is something that I would love to do, but my ultimate goal is to build a legacy for my kids. Something that my kids can then step into. Let's say this is a 6 or 7 figure business in 5 years time. And by the time my kids grow up, they can then step into this business and one day take it over and become the new face of the company and the new face of the business. That's my ultimate goal, to leave a legacy for them and something that they can have going forward. So as somebody that's about to turn 38 years old, I know I don't look it, and I'm married and I've got 2 young kids and I've been on YouTube for over 2 years. This is all my advice that I would give to somebody who's in their early 30s that is thinking about getting started. Best bit of advice I can give is just do it, because you will regret it when you get to my age and you think, oh my God, I wish I would have done it. Look at all the 25-year-olds starting on YouTube. The old Chinese proverb is true. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. So plant your tree today and just get started. And if you want to be part of my 100,000 subscriber journey and you want to be able to say that you was one of the founding members of the channel, then please hit that subscribe button below and don't forget to like the video. That is honestly the best thing you could do for me and support this channel. And if you have watched this all the way to the end, then please leave me a rocket emoji in the comments below, along with some comment about the video, so that I will know that you know, that I know what you know, that you stayed to the end of the video. Exactly. And if you're curious to know what I've learned after my first 100 videos on YouTube, then that video will be up here for you to watch next somewhere.